Hi guys. So I know, first of all, some of you missed our live interview with Joey. So I'm sorry you missed it, but it should be back up so you can watch it now. We did get some exciting news. We have one of my viewers is an author who is going to be making up a kind of a fictional short story about Joey and Frank's brother experience, which I think is really exciting and cool, and Joey thinks is totally cool. I wanted to come on tonight. I'll be actually video making, let's say that. Several videos tonight, because I just have way too many to do, and so as long as we're starting, I'm gonna knock a whole bunch out. I'm doing a special video just for my Patreon viewers tonight, so keep an eye out for that. If you are one of my Patreon viewers, I truly appreciate you. Joey's finally home, so I am finally having him teach me how to make the end credits to put on the end of all of my videos, which will show my Patreon supporters. Yay! I feel like I haven't done enough for you guys yet, and I'm really sorry. It's been about half a month since we started, so I am catching up. This is a big catch-up weekend. So to start off with, I thought I would go through a little bit of how I did in August, and what we can look forward to starting for September, since it's September 1st. I can't believe it, September 1st. Time marches on, always. So let me start with the tarot kind of stuff, which is the decks that I mostly used in August. I found myself deeply connecting to the Next World Tarot. Which I edged it in pinks and purples because I felt like it just really went well with the deck itself. And these cards, boy, it's very empowering cards. And so I used them for a lot of my readings for other people, and really found myself connecting. And I feel kind of sad that it's time to put them away for a little while. I don't think I'll be putting them away for long. Probably I will pull them out again in November. But because, you know, the Witchy Sawin time is coming, Mabon is September 21st this year. I feel like it's time to get out my darker decks. And so I'm probably going to be putting her away for a little while. But it's wonderful to find a deck like this that you deeply connect with, and that gives you messages of love and support and realness. This deck is very straight and to the point. It is very, it really tells you exactly what it is you need to be thinking about. And it's loving at the same time. It very much wants you to appreciate yourself and to work on who you are. But it is like, okay, enough of this bullshit. This is really what you need to hear. And it gives it to you. So I really enjoyed this deck this month. And I look forward to pulling her out again. But I think I will be pulling her out in November before Yule. But I need to reconnect with her again and then put her away again for a while, because to me it's not quite a shadow work deck. It's a little bit too nice to be a shadow work deck. For me, I like my shadow work decks to be, Marielle is one that comes to mind, very distinct, very, okay, look, no BS. And this doesn't BS you, don't get me wrong, but it's a little too nice to do that deep shadow work. I also spent some time connecting with the Tattoo Tarot, which again, really like this deck a lot. Especially, I did trim it and edge it in black, and just trimming it really made him pop open. The old-timey, you know, tattoo style art really pops right off the card. It is, I don't know how to say, it is not a too nice deck, but it also a little bit sugarcoats things, just a little. So to me, it's a wonderful deck to work with. I really like it a lot. But there are certain times that I will pull him out, and certain times that I reach for a different deck. When I really need to hear my guides saying, you know, it's time to cut the shit, or this deck is a little bit too nice. Look at the Hermit card, though. Oh, love, love, love that Hermit card. So I did connect a lot with that deck. Again, this is another deck that I can see myself pulling out this winter sometime, though, because I think it will be a good shadow deck. I just have to kind of work with its energy a little bit more before it really pops out at me. I spent a whole lot of time with two decks that I have had for a while, and it just dawned on me to reconnect with them recently. So, the Robin Wood Tarot. I love this deck. I loved this deck. When I bought this deck, I wasn't very good at tarot, though. So when I bought this deck, I liked it, but it was so Rider-Waite-ish to me, and I hated Rider-Waite at the time, that I kind of didn't work with it a whole lot. I kind of worked with it a little, and then, kind of put it down and forgot about it. So pulling this deck back out, now that I love my Rider-Waite, I really loved. This deck has what I would say is probably one of my very favorite death cards, so hopefully we'll, oh look, there it is. I was going to say hopefully we'll get to it soon. Look at that. That is very Rider-Waite, but it has a little extra hint in there of what it's about. So this death card to me, I adore this death card. It is absolutely one of my favorites. The flag, the red robe instead of the black. There's something, this death card just does it for me completely. So I was very happy to reconnect with this guy. Because it is a stunningly gorgeous and great deck. Now, I have been considering trimming and edging. It's an average size deck, which I already like. So I'm like, I don't have a whole lot of small decks. The one thing that I kind of wish, when I trimmed and edged my Tattoo Tarot, the 8 of Coins Tattoo Tarot, I should say, it does not riffle shuffle real well because the cards are a little bit too stiff. So I kind of am like, I don't want to, I love this. This is a very good shuffler. Look at the Hermit. So I don't want to ruin the aesthetic of allowing it to shuffle really well. So I'm hesitant. I might just edge it and see what I think after I edge it. This one, though, is also going away until probably November. Just because I love this deck. I will pull it out a lot more than I used to. But it is time for the dark decks to come out. And one last deck that I spent probably the most time with this month, which it didn't surprise me. It's funny to me that when I wanted like a comforting deck that I was like, oh, I totally know these images and I just want a deck that I know I'm already connected with, that I chose Pamela Coleman Smith's RWS deck, the the gorgeous colored deck that everybody is trying to get. Some people are having a hard time. I guess now, is it now that it came out and so people can get these gorgeous colors again? Look at that. Ugh. That Two of Swords, the coloring on these cards are gorgeous. And so I did find myself reaching a lot for this deck. I think I brought it with me most days, everywhere I went. Because it's just such a comfort. It's funny, Simon, because of Simon, a lot of us have reconnected and found a love with the Rider-Waite images. And this one, I love my original Rider-Waite, but the colors, because the colors are, I don't know, muted but brilliant. They're not real bright colors. They just are really pretty. Really pretty colors. You know, and everybody's favorite is Temperance. Let's see if I can find her. Even look at the Three of Wands. Those oranges fades into yellow. The sunset. It gives you an emotional feeling when you look at the color fades. And look at the sky, the background of the sky and the Empress. That is stunning. Stunning. I love this deck. And so pulling it out again, I don't know if I'll put this one away again ever. I mean, it's such a comfort that it's hard to put down. It's one of those decks that I just reach for a lot. Because it's just a comfort deck. It's a nice deck to pull out and just, I know these cards. I know what it's trying to say to me. I know how it reads. It is brilliant. Where is my Temperance card? I'm almost at the end, and of course I cannot find it. Because of course it's my favorite colors. There it is. 3 cards left, and it gives me Temperance. Look at that. That sky is incredibly gorgeous. So, those are the decks that I worked with a lot in August. Then I started pulling out my fall/Sawin decks. And I thought, oh, this will be so nice to pull them out and reconnect with, you know, my Halloween decks. And so, 17, 18, I think I have 19 or 20 tarot decks and 13, 14, something like that, oracle decks that I pulled out to work with during the Samhain fall season. I knew that I liked darker decks, but I did not know that I had that many really darker decks. And some of them, I hate to, I don't know, I hate to limit myself. Some of them are really Halloween-y decks that really can only come out during Halloween, so that's hard to do. And some of them are just dark, and I like to pull them out starting around Sawin, but I can use them further on. So I might kind of make a couple piles of these decks I really have to use in the next couple months, so use the crap out of them. But then I feel like I'm... All right, let me start because we're 12 minutes in. So the Bonfire Tarot. It's funny, I bought this deck. See, now it's upside down. Sorry, guys. I bought this deck, I believe it, gosh, I'm going to have to go back and look at my videos now. I think it was after Halloween. No, it couldn't have been. But I have not really connected to this deck since I bought it. I like it. It is, and people have said it's very busy. Two of Swords. See, that's gorgeous, Two of Swords. It is very busy, though. You kind of... It's for someone who has ADD, it's kind of hard. I find myself looking around the card going, what is that thing? And what is that thing? And what is that thing? And that may be a good thing or maybe distracting. Maybe that's why I haven't pulled it out for quite some time. I really like it. I just haven't connected with it enough yet to read with it. But it's a neat deck and it's very pretty and it's bright and colorful, and so I thought I'd pull it out and try again with it and try to connect with it. If it really doesn't work, I may end up trading it, guys. I don't know. We'll see. Because I really like it. It's hard to really like a deck and not connect to it enough to really use it very much. So I probably will try again in the next couple months and we'll see. So that's the first one. I thought, oh yeah, that's a good dark deck. We'll pull that out. Maybe the wrong crystal is in there. I keep a crystal in each one of my decks, and maybe I have the wrong one in there. It's just a cool quartz, but you never know. Okay. I cheated a little bit because I haven't I purposely put my Witch's Tarot away because this was the first deck. Whoops. Upside down again. This was the first deck that I learned to read with, truly. Like, that I would pull the card and go, oh, yeah, I know this and this is why. And so I used this deck a whole lot. So, I don't know. It seems like a long time. I don't know when I put her away, but it seems like forever. And I kind of miss her. So it's a good excuse, you know, with the Witch's Tarot. It's Sawin time. Look at that. See? I love her. I love her. It's a good excuse to be able to pull her out again. Because she's always been very good to me. I know exactly what she means. I connected with her on a base level. So that, you know, we just have a great conversational tone with each other. She is able to tell me exactly what's going on. That is, oh, come on, focus. Feel like Becca. Come on, focus. There you go. I believe is this Ellen Dugan, right? Yes, Ellen Dugan's Witch's Tarot. That's what this is. So I am going to be pulling her out again. I'll try not to use her too much, though, until, I don't know. We'll see. I hate to only focus on one deck, though, and kind of ignore the other ones. So this deck will not be a surprise to anyone who knows me. This is absolutely one of my soul decks. And I hardly put her away this year at all. So it's kind of cheating. But this is the Sawin Deck of the Bastards. And I have used this deck in the summer. I've used this deck in the winter. It's a great shadow deck. It's a great conversational deck. It's a great deck. It is, the cardstock is wonderful. So it's a deck that I reach for a lot. This is one that, again, the Witch's Tarot is another one that if I have clients, if I'm going to someplace where there's a lot of people and I think I may be doing several readings, I really try to bring a deck that I am deeply connected with, so I know my readings will be spot on. Because when my readings are spot on, I get that that thing from my clients that say, oh my gosh, you are the greatest. You always tell me exactly what is going on. And you are always right on. And all that. So I did edge this deck. I will never trim this deck. The coffin, you know, trim here that's just the bomb. That's the best thing ever. So this is one of my soul decks, along with the Witch's Tarot. Along with, I believe, the Naked Heart Tarot, which I did finally get, is going to be that kind of thing for me also. But I have not taken the time yet to connect with it. I only got it, you know, yesterday, the day before yesterday, kind of. Okay, next is, I don't know what's in here. Oh, yes, I do. So this is the Hirohito Tarot. I believe I edged this one in black also. Very dark deck. I purposely put this deck away. When I got it in last February, I really like this deck. I think it speaks volumes. Look at, the moon is piercing her heart. This deck, I think, speaks volumes. This is my favorite card of the deck, the Empress card. That Empress to me is just, you know, that is what Mother Gaia is. It has symbolism galore. It is gorgeous imagery. It's interesting. It's got symbols that are hidden in there that I need to research and study and figure out what it means. I did purposely put this deck away for around this time, though. And I think it'll be a great deck into winter to do shadow work with also. So, I appreciate this dark deck to an incredible level. And, you know, kind of purposely didn't connect to it until now. There's my Justice card. Come on, you can do it. Focus. Focus. I try to go till we hit death at least. Oh, here we go. Great death card. So that's another deck that I will be using. I can't believe there's so many. I am a dark deck kind of person. I did realize that. Another dark deck that I kind of set aside for a while, and I kind of forgot about it till I was looking for dark decks, which is, this is the Aso Tarot. Again, the amount of symbolism in this deck is unbelievable. And it is very much a dark and spooky kind of deck. Really cool deck. This deck is, I did work with this deck a little bit, not as much as I wanted to. It needed more time to sit and acclimate when I first pulled it out. But I think that now is a great time. All the images I see. Now I'm going to have to do 2 parts to this guy. Because I'm taking too long and showing all these decks. I'm sorry. Another great dark deck that I will be pulling out for sure. Yay. Loves the Aso Tarot. Okay. So I'm not going to show all of these decks. Ugh. Okay. My Borderless Stephen Moon. I haven't brought him out in a while. So that's coming out. The Ghosts and Spirits Tarot. I adore this deck. I have one wish, which is I kind of wish that the backs of this deck matched the images. I put this gorgeous blue, royal blue. The images in this deck to me are stunning. Stunning images. But then, so pretty. Then look at the backs. Now, I like those backs, but it doesn't go with the fronts. To me, it's like disjointed. It's very weird to have these kind of almost cartoony ghosts. And then this beautiful, ethereal, you know, ghost and spirit thing going on in all the fronts. It's just very weird. But I love this deck, and it is definitely coming out for fall and Sawin. Fantastical Creatures Tarot. Again, that's a gorgeous deck. Are these both Lisa Hunt? I want to say they're both Lisa Hunt, but I don't... Oh, yep, that one is for sure. Yep, they're both Lisa Hunt decks. So if you know Lisa Hunt at all, you will know that is her style, is this really cool, ethereal. This one is, you know, the same way, the Fantastical Creatures. This one, at least the backs, though, really go with that ethereal style. Gorgeous deck. Very Samhain Halloween-y coming out for Sawin time. Absolutely. My aunt's dogs are still barking because they are returned. I am going to pull out my Witchy Tarot. It's a low Scarabeo deck my husband actually got me after Halloween time last year. So I'm going to pull that out. Another gorgeous dark deck that actually I may decide to then turn around and put this one away, because to me this is like the ultimate shadow work deck. It is beautiful but very, very dark. And some people don't like it because it is very, very dark. I love it because it's very, very dark. It is interesting. It is dark and brooding. It is mystical. There are symbols in this deck that I have looked up. I've had this deck for 2 years, I think. And I still, every time I pull it out, start looking up some of these symbols. And still, it'll take me a lifetime to match all these symbols in this deck. There are symbols everywhere in this deck, and they are gorgeous. And the energy is incredible. And I love this deck. There's my Hermit. Oh. Beautiful, gorgeous, dark, dark deck. Love it. So glad I can pull it out. It's been a while. Okay, how we doing on time? 26 minutes. Yep, I'm going to have to break this in two because I have way too many. Actually, I think I'm going to stop there and then start again so we can finish up the dark kind of decks. So these, not only, I don't know if I'll work with all of these, but I'm pulling them out and they will be on my top shelf so that, you know, they're open to being worked with. So they will call out to me. So we will continue on the next video.